morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, April 13th, 2021. This is episode number 666 of Hard Factor. It's about to get crazy in here. Mark of the Beast. I'm Will. We got Mark, Wes, Pat, and Bubba producing. Boys, you ready for this evil episode of Hard Factor?
Let's get it over with.
Damn, I forgot about it. I would have picked a more fucked up story, but I forgot about it. I got it kind of a fucked up one.
Why don't you put a devil behind you instead of the Fat Boy Summer thing?
Well, I mean, Fat Boy Summer rolls on though, so yeah. I mean, it's
got the shirt today too.
That looks really nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That looks like a really nice shirt. Hard
it
Factor.
is nice.
Fat Boy Summer gear.
Looks like it would look good, completely soaked, wrapping around your man.
In the pool.
Oh man,
that does look like it would look good in the pool.
That's what I want to see.
Tee.
Yeah. I want to see some guys in Fat Boy Summer tees in the pool.
That tee looks best in a pool where there's like where there's a seated ridge around the entire rim of it.
Oh yeah.
So you can sit down no matter which part of the pool you're at.
Those are the best.
Yeah,
it creates a little optical illusion for how big your belly is. You know.
That's right.
Yeah, it could be skinny under the water. Who knows?
Never know.
Probably not.
You'll have to get down there to find out.
Probably not. Probably not if you're wearing a shirt in the pool. But
I've gotten real wrinkly a few times waiting for the hot chicks to leave so I could get out of the goddamn pool.
They're like, he's either fat or a burn victim. Either way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Either way, he's embarrassed.
Like a prune.
He is not proud of what he's working with.
Question for Bubba: is Lil Nas X coming on for episode 666? Were you able to land him?
I've been in touch with his people, but I haven't heard anything back from his people. So
okay, well, we're recording it now, so
yeah.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess
Stay tuned till the end.
All right.
Stay tuned till the end. He'll be on. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, thank you.
Perfect.
Bubba.
That's exciting.
He's delivering.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bubba. Pat, you're back with us. Any updates from while you were away?
You can imagine what it was like over here.
Yeah, I bet. Probably
a lot like your house.
Real good. Yep.
So
it's got some screams. Yeah. I hear you. Okay. Well, good. We got a bunch of stories.
It's a real 666.
Yeah. Every show 666 over at those guys' house.
Little guy now. Damien.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, babies, they can be evil. Also, England. Lots of England stories coming up. Maybe England is repping the mark of the beast because we're going to be over in the British Isles a lot after the Daily Buzz.
Across the pond.
Across the pond, governor. All right, but first up, the Daily Buzz, and it's a top 7 today. And oh, fuck, I did it again. Bob, I got to load this video for you.
You didn't think to do a top 6?
Again, wait. Oh, top 6. Well, maybe we could exclude this number 7 because number 7 is a YouTube trend.
Let's exclude it. Let's do the top 6.
So it doesn't really count. But I'm going to tell you about it anyways.
Okay.
Just added it to the thread there, Bubba, so you can play it. It's finally being covered in the Daily Buzz. It was sent in by intern Cam a long time ago. The military lieutenant Caron Nazario, who got harassed by 2 cops in Windsor, Virginia. The cops are Joe Gutierrez and Daniel Crocker. We've got the clip playing. Bubba, can you replay it with the sound so the guys can hear what these cops said to
the order? Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
What's going on?
You should be.
Yeah. This guy is full on in his camis. Right.
Yeah. He's at a gas station. He was just.
You know why they pulled him over? Because he didn't have a back license plate, but it was a brand new car, so he had a temporary tag on the side of the window. And the guy yelling at him got fired, rightfully so. Because
he also told him right before that he was about to ride the lightning.
Yeah.
After he told him
professional.
Yeah.
Ride the lightning, boy.
And then he fucking maced him.
He maced him while he sat there in his car. Active duty Army guy.
Was like, I'm in the military or I'm a veteran. The
He's a lieutenant.
Like, so am I.
So was I, or whatever. Like
you think that matters to me?
I feel so bad for the rookie that was placed on detail with this like angry veteran, because the rookie was all like, "I don't know if we should be doing this, boss." And like the whole time you could tell, like the one rookie cop was like, "Just listen to my partner, please."
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Yeah, that's why the rookie hasn't been fired.
No,
but
he shouldn't be.
Gutierrez was the guy that told him he was going to ride the lightning and then
the
spray him
same
in the
reason
face.
the poor black guy had a fucking dash cam running, because that's what you have to do in this country if you're
That's smart. Was that
America?
That was smart that he also videoed it, because
it was definitely a different perspective from his angle. Like, not good.
Yeah, he kept calm, kept his hands up. That cop is just insane. He's been fired, and reasonably so. Mr. Beast was also trending on YouTube, but like we said, those aren't part of the Daily Buzz today. That was just separate. Now we have a top 6.
Hell yeah!
On episode 666, number 6 is a Google business trend. Healthcare stocks are trending because American healthcare companies are looking strong after the vaccine. Also, the Coinbase IPO that Pat's going to tell us about in a little bit later. So that was trending. Number 5 on Twitter, Usher was trending because he's accused of giving strippers what's being called UshBucks instead of real money and strippers to Vegas. They're actually just bills with his face on them.
There's no way.
Yeah,
it's happening.
Usher dollars.
They worth double?
U.S. HER.
They're worth nothing, Wes. Thanks to Instagram user BO Love for sharing the incredible photos of the UshBucks that apparently he's been handing out at Vegas strip clubs.
But that's like a Prince Akeem thing, right? Like the boy's got his own money. What do you mean? He's got his own money.
But Prince Akeem actually has had those. That was worth money.
What are you to say that the
where is Usher's money?
Redeemable?
Where is Usher's money valuable? And what
is this like
area?
an NFT type thing?
Probably on the dock around 7 o'clock.
This is good for one fuck with Usher.
Yeah,
you gotta bring your drop top.
Yeah. If you get an Usher buck, you can go back to Usher's hotel essentially.
Right.
Yeah, Usher's doing real great, apparently, 2021. Number 4 was the NHL playoff contenders beefing up across the board at the trade deadline as Taylor Hall went to the Bruins from the Sabres. He's a goal scorer. Don't know if that rings a bell at all. Also, the Capitals. They picked up Anthony Mantha, I don't know, from the Red Wings. So lots of playoff moves by the playoff contending teams ready to bet that playoff hockey.
That Mantha move got the Discord all in a tizzy. They're like, "Oh, Mantha's so good. He's a beast.
He's big. He's 6'5".
He's a big guy.
When you got a 6'5" guy with silky mitts, people get excited.
Oh,
he goes to a playoff.
People
contender.
were gushing over Mantha in the Discord.
Well, I mean, hopefully he scores a lot of goals. CAPS. Caps. Also, hockey playoffs start May 11th. That's just the update there. Number 3, a sad trend here. Shooting at a Knoxville high school on Monday afternoon left one boy dead and a police officer wounded. Somebody was also detained as well. Not good. Those are all the details as of the time of taping when I researched this for the Buzz. So just not good. Another school shooting.
Do we know?
At least the casualty count is low.
I texted my brother-in-law who lives over there, and it's a magnet school. A lot of times magnet schools are in bad areas, right? Or just because that's the way they do it. Like they take the smartest kids, and they send them to the the toughest schools. It's a trend. And my brother-in-law said that there were like other gun-related incidents in this school throughout the year, but they weren't like school shooting style. They were more like school violence style. Do we know if this was like a school shooting or if this was like a school violence? Like, this is a dangerous mind situation.
I mean, I think
people got shot.
It's the same, right? So there was at least one boy and an officer who were shot.
It wasn't like a fist fight. It was.
What I'm saying is, there's a difference between someone having a gun on them and shooting their intended target versus a guy who's like, I'm just going to open up fire on the classroom.
It made national news and a lot of people got shot. So I think it was like more of like a mass.
Wait, Pat, are you saying that the magnet schools are they're smart kids that get sent to like inner city like rough schools or I thought they were just smart kids that went to a smart school?
No. A lot of times they put the magnet program specifically at the toughest schools in the district.
Are you serious?
It's not a trend. Crazy. I went to a magnet school down much school. Forest Edge is a magnet school.
Yeah, but that's a smart kid school.
It's a magnet school, Wes.
It's
I don't understand
what the program at the school.
Half of the school is public, and half of the school is like a GT program that's you mingle with everyone, but like you have your GT program and you have your public school program.
It's to toughen them up. That's why they send them to the tough school.
It's to toughen up nerds, maybe. I don't know.
Exactly.
Sounds not confusing at all.
All right.
But it's not a trend. It's been going on for like 40 years.
But yeah,
years.
I'm just saying, like most times, go find the magnet school in your district. It's probably housed at the most difficult school in terms of like crime or toughness.
Well, not where we grew up. Thomas Jefferson.
No, Forest Edge.
Well, I mean, that was okay.
It's a magnet school.
That's it. Okay.
Guys, everyone, Mark went to a magnet school.
Plus, violent. Let's move on from this. Plus, violent protests have erupted following a policewoman in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. She killed Dante Wright with her handgun during a traffic stop on Sunday, where, according to the mayor, she meant to pull out her taser. Pretty huge mistake. Lots of people very upset about the violence.
She
all
screamed
around
taser while holding a handgun and then shot him.
Tasers have the fucking like yellow tips on them. Like they make them purposely, you're able to remember this is a taser because it's got a fucking like yellow thing on the end of it, right? I mean, isn't that the way it's supposed to fucking?
So what?
Right, I'm sure she's supposed to be able to tell the difference.
One of two things is going on here. Either she actually thought it was a taser and she had no business whatsoever being on the force.
It's the heat of the moment, probably.
That's pretty much it, Pat.
Or she intended to kill this person.
No, because she said, "Holy shit, I shot him." Afterwards, everything she said led to the first part, and it's horrible. It's also not very good timing with the Chauvin trial going on nearby, but at which they tried to sequester the jury, the defense. That didn't work because of this shooting, and there's like riots now going on because of the shooting and violence and like rubber bullets being shot. It's just a horrible scene. But there is one funny joke that was said about it that I saw. They're like, this lady doing this is like, it was like a scene out of Reno 911. Taser. She shoots him, and then she's like, "Holy shit, I shot him." It did seem like a scene from Reno 911, which I've been watching a lot recently.
Sadly, real life though, and a guy died, and it's just a sad trend to see so frequently in the buzz right now. All of this violence that we've had the last
was a major
weeks.
666 top 6 buzz. That buzz sucked.
Yeah, well, then we got 2 more trends though that aren't as bad. Number 2, this was trending everywhere. Julian Edelman was dropped by the Patriots because of a quote unquote failed physical. Then he announced he's retiring from football. I'm thinking presumably to unretire and then go to Tampa Bay. What do you guys say?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think it's just over for good?
Yeah. I don't think they need him at Tampa Bay. They have like, Godfrey and Mike Evans, and I don't think they need Julian Edelman at Tampa Bay.
It's a magnet school for retired players.
For old slot receivers and tight ends.
You got a thing with magnet schools, Pat. I get it.
Yeah.
Sorry you didn't get in, bud.
That was just a callback to earlier in the show. It has nothing to do with you attending.
Is this now a thing about Mark went to a smarter private magnet school than Pat?
Listen to the earlier show today.
You listen to what I'm saying.
Pat's got a real problem.
What happened?
Nothing. Pat's just goofing.
I got no problem.
Remember when Pat said that you wasted your all your potential
a lot of
earlier?
wasted talent with you and your friends. Oh,
wasted talent over here too.
Yeah.
I'm not casting the wasted talent stones.
There was never any talent over there, maybe.
In a wasted talent house.
Look.
I'm kidding. I'm just calling back. I'm doing a little callback to the show earlier today when you were being a dick.
Very different.
Yeah. Well, sounds like this is a hot episode. You should check out the Hive Hour. It's the Pop the Clutch tier, patreon.com/hard factor. Okay. And so Julian Edelman, quick aside, TB12 method update. I am now consuming electrolytes in my waters. I have been dropping them into the waters. Yeah, it's supposed to keep your potassium
up. Like a powder or a dropper?
A dropper. Ordered some drops. And I mean, basically, I'm not doing anything else in the TB12 method. I'm taking it one piece at a time, very slowly. But I like the electrolytes, guys. So I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. Because the reason I asked, because I have powder electrolyte in the house and it tastes really bad.
Yeah, I mean, it
overpowers the drink.
Just tastes like metal water.
Mine tastes like fruit punch, like a fairy ejaculated and exploded.
No, mine's not that. Mine's pretty subtle.
Sounds pretty good.
If fairy's jizz tastes like fruit punch, then get me on my knees.
Not good.
Find me a bunch of fairies.
Not good for
Send me to the forest, right?
Send me to the magical forest.
Fly over here.
Love fruit punch.
You got a little net catching fairies.
That does sound good. Also, that does sound delicious. Also, good point. The other electrolyte drink I'm drinking is Body Armor, so it's got fruit punch, delicious. Number one,
little inside baseball. Your boy Baker Mayfield. Rumor has it that he just did another commercial for that very same water that you're talking about, Will.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it comes out in a couple weeks.
He's getting more commercial deals. That's I mean, I
surprising.
guess he had a pretty good season last year. He turned it on.
He's allowed.
Yeah. Number one trend for the Daily Buzz today, the most Googled thing of yesterday was Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song are having a baby named Dakota Song Culkin. And congrats to the happy couple.
DSC?
DSC. Yeah, like the shoes.
It's his last name's with a C, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
DSC, is that the shoe store?
Yeah.
DSW.
DSW. Oh, yeah, DSW.
What's DSC?
Discovery Zone? Is that DZ?
Dakota Song Culkin. I don't know the sex of the baby. And also it's one of those names where it could be either. So
well, you wouldn't know. Yeah, I guess you're right. The sex. Thanks for saying it correctly, Will. You almost caught me in mine. Not the gender, but the sex. Because that's what we know.
But it's a
yeah, I have no idea if this was so anyhow, that's can't
Dollar
report,
Shave Club.
Can't report all of that. Yep, Dollar Shave Club. And that's the Daily Buzz.
all right.
Oh, yeah. Bubba?
What's up? What's up, Bubba?
One last thing before we move on. I was just checking today's observances.
Oh, thank you.
I know you.
Good,
Well, it's
thank
okay.
you.
I know you left it off for a reason. Today's observance, the main one that stuck out to me, is National Be Kind to Lawyers Day. So I'll take any compliments that you guys have right now.
You know, I don't practice that holiday.
Yeah, bro. I'm kind of lawyers with the fucking bills I pay that they send me.
Right.
What? Bubba, you're not a lawyer yet, bud.
Here's my
True shit. Cam, if you're listening,
You want to be a lawyer?
Yeah, but have a great day, buddy.
Yeah.
That's my compliment.
Okay.
For all of us.
Okay. All right, Bubba. Why does that day exist? Why
Bubba,
lawyers are going to make a day to say, "Hey, be nice to us." Look, like Pat and Wes were saying, they just do nothing but submit huge invoices to you, and then they ask you to be nice to them.
If this is fucking stupid. You're lucky that I didn't know it was Be Nice to Lawyers Day, because I would have grabbed the clip from Shawshank where he's about to throw him off the roof, and he goes, "No, lawyers take all the money." He goes, "You bet your bastard, a bunch of ball washing bastards."
You guys told stories about being locked up, though. I mean, how many of y'all would be on the streets today?
I didn't need lawyers.
I mean, public defenders.
I just needed a suit and to apologize.
Yeah,
I feel
going
like
yourself.
The three of you, none of you guys needed lawyers, really.
I needed one.
You needed a lawyer.
Well, for that one
He's
story,
still
yeah.
still as a lawyer.
I have one right now. I'm gonna see him on Friday.
The only time in criminal court I've just had to beg forgiveness to the judge.
Yeah, I just have to dress up in a suit and pretend like I'm not going to drink again.
Well, next time I'll remember this. Next time you guys need me.
That we were rude to you on International Be Nice to Lawyers Day.
You know what? Bubba. He'd fucking tell you whatever lame ass lawyer tells you anyway. If you try to ask him anything, they're like, "Well, that's not the type of law I practice." Okay, well,
true. That happens all the fucking time.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. That's
but
it.
He knows a guy. He knows
like calling a firefighter and be like, "Oh man, I can't put that out.
I can't put out a house fire.
I don't know what. Yeah, no, I'm an apartment fire guy only."
Yeah.
You didn't have any pets in there, did you? Ooh, that stinks. Smells like barbecue. I'm hungry, guys. On Wednesday, Coinbase, which is the largest U.S. cryptocurrency exchange, is scheduled to have a direct listing on the Nasdaq stock exchange. It's an estimated value of between 68 and 100 billion that people are estimating it'll list at. And experts are thinking this is going to lead to a boom of crypto investors entering the market. On Monday, Bitcoin was trading at about 60,000. So let's fucking go, right? Yeah, no, I don't see how this can't end in Bitcoin going up. It might be for a short period of time, but it's going to be all the rage Wednesday. It's going to be the biggest news thing that Coinbase has gone public or did their initial listing, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, already trending. So
this Wednesday?
This Wednesday. So if you got your cash, I'd get it in there now. It's probably going to be good for all cryptos, in my opinion. It's just going to bring a bunch of other idiots into the market. So make their money. You know what I'm saying?
Gives it more legitimacy.
Right. Yeah. Or maybe not, guys. Maybe not. Don't be so fast, because Jesse Powell, the CEO of crypto exchange Kraken, which is the fourth biggest, maybe he's a little jelly. I don't know. He told CNBC in an interview, quote, I think there could be some crackdown in terms of crypto. And that's all I read. That's as far as I got before I stopped reading, because I'm ready to stick my head up a bull's ass and tell you about how good the T-Bone is if you're a Tommy Boy fan, because I'm bullish as hell. And I was not going to read the rest of that article because I don't give a shit what this asshole has to say. It's all bull, baby. Drive the price up.
Could it be that he was doing a play on his company Kraken? There's going to be a crackdown from the Kraken.
It could have been.
Up. Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't read it. Not interested in information that doesn't benefit me, or at least my narrative. Guys,
it's probably the fact that the government could just regulate it away at any time.
It has something to do with Janet B. Yellen, but again, we'll check in on that next week.
And cryptos be selling
a ton of cash. You know what I mean? Yeah, guys, I don't know shit, but I do know that this month Bloomberg made the claim that Bitcoin will reach a price of 400,000 by the end of Q4 2021.
What?
And that is music to my ears.
Do you think they think it's going to 400K? That's crazy.
I don't know.
Wow.
That's what Bloomberg said?
Get in the market.
That's amazing.
That guy won American Samoa.
Hop in the market. Come on in. It's warm.
He almost tried to win Florida.
Yeah, he almost won Florida.
Remember when he said he'd pay everyone through October and then didn't on his campaign? No. Bummer. Guys, when you put your mental health and emotional health first, especially during these uncertain times, it has the positive trickle-down effect of making everyone else in your life better. And I know that. I'm a real asshole when my mental health is not good. And when my mental health is good, it makes my relationship stronger. It makes my self-worth better. And these are just a few reasons why working with a therapist to finally prioritize my mental health has truly changed my life for the better across the board. I go to therapy, guys. Welcome to it. Like you didn't know. It's super important. Forever I was like, fuck therapy. That's stupid. But then I was wrong. I learned that I was wrong because talking to someone, talking about your problems gives you perspective. It helps you grow. You can get out of your head, just being a total asshole to people around you like I was being. And that's why I recommend Talkspace, guys, for therapy, who's our sponsor today. And you can sign up online and start therapy the same day as you sign up. That was one of the biggest hurdles for me getting into therapy. Was like, I got to go to a place. I got to go to some like smelly office park.
Huge barrier of entry.
Sit in a fart chair and like potentially see someone I know. I'm not messing with that shit.
This is a game changer. Be able to do it from your phone or your device.
Who's got 2.5 hours a day?
No barrier of entry.
Yeah, no, you can just literally do it. You can do text, you can do video, you can send voice messages to your licensed therapist. So it's incredibly convenient to have virtual sessions from the comfort of your own home. Trust me, guys, this is like, if you haven't tried therapy, but you're thinking about it, this is why you should do it, because there's zero barrier of entry. As the guy said, it's a fraction of the cost as well. So you're saving on whatever they're upcharging you for office space. Nah, you don't have to pay for that crap. You're just paying for the goods, for the actual emotional growth. And Talkspace has thousands of licensed therapists with years of experience in over 40 specialties. So it's not like Bubba over there who will tell you, hey, I don't practice that type of law. We can find someone who can address your problem. If it's an eating disorder, trauma.
Yeah, how about National Thank Your Therapist Day? That's at least a noble
Thank Your Therapist.
Therapists really care,
much better.
Unlike a lawyer.
Yeah, anger management, they got that. So you can get in there and be like, hey, man, this is what I'm messed up about. And be like, hey, talk to this cat about it. And do it cheaper than any sort of in-person visit than you could have ever imagined. And guys,
if you're like, I want to kill my lawyer, you go talk to someone about it.
Go talk to someone.
What's the URL, Pat? Or
guys, you can do it by go to Talkspace.com and make sure to use the code HARDFACTOR. That's one word, HARDFACTOR, and you get $100 off your first month. That's insane. So get on it, guys. Talkspace.com. You get $100 off your first month with the code HARDFACTOR, and make sure to do that so you can show support for the show. It's HARDFACTOR. Talkspace.com.
There you go. Hey, guys, this story is for all the romantics out there. I'm talking to you, Hard Factor Wes. I'm about to burst your bubbles a bit on episode 666. And, hey, I'm a romantic, too. I get it, but I'm also practical, and that's why I'm not surprised at this next story update that was sent in by Bennett the Gambling Dog. 28-year-old Dale McLaughlan, the man who took a 25-mile, 5-hour journey across the Isle of Man in Scotland on a jet ski despite not knowing how to swim, and then spent 10 days in jail since he snuck into his girlfriend Jessica Radcliffe's town during a COVID lockdown, has announced he is split with Jessica.
Sucks. How did he announce it? Was there did he do a press conference?
Probably a grand announcement. This guy does a lot of grand gestures.
Yeah, just to recap this, right? He bought the jet ski like that day, right?
Yeah.
and then went 5 hours across
with the backpack.
Yeah,
with choppy Steve.
Yeah, that was like he had to hike like 10 miles to get to the like location, and then it was like a 12-hour journey total. But he spent 5 hours on a jet ski, and he didn't.
He's like a salmon.
Yeah, this is after exactly. He's like a salmon, like taking his yearly journey to mate. This is after Jessica said she would marry him while he was in jail this past December because it was so romantic. It turns out, guys, they can't stand each other. This after McLaughlan took a trip so daring to see his love that the Coast Guard searched for him all day because conditions were so bad. Local fishermen were scared to go out, and he couldn't swim. And he made it to her, of course, with 10 minutes left of fuel, apparently. So. After that, the Coast Guard kept searching for him. They didn't even care about the COVID lockdowns. They just wanted to make sure he wasn't dead. And he finally answered the phone and said, "I'm alive."
How left his jet ski trailer with no note or anything, right? It was just like,
they thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Also, how long before he could sit down? He's like, imagine how many fucking waves he was landing on, just like gooch first on that fucking hard ass jet ski.
Taking breathers in the middle of the sea.
I don't think he felt a thing. He was just so romantic, one-track mind in the zone. Got to get to Jessica Radcliffe. Nope. Turns out they're both just psychopaths. McLaughlan put that on full display with his whole trip. You know, that was like pretty evident that he's a psychopath. The whole trip was pretty. That was his announcement. He didn't hide it. But Jessica Radcliffe showed her true colors recently when her and her 33-year-old female friend, who are both described as unemployed, drove over to a rival woman's house and beat the ever-living shit out of her in her own home while she screamed for her roommate to protect her children from the psychopaths beating her.
What?
Yeah, she just straight up rolled up like on this other woman. She referred to her as a rival.
Beat her to within an inch of her life.
To a pulp with her friend. Yeah,
with her other female friend.
If I remember correctly, the guy he was like on like a painting gig on the Isle of Man.
He was like a carpenter, a roofer or something. Yeah,
he was as a visitor. He's into it with this girl. This is unrelated. It seems like she just went and took care of business.
No, I understand, but I did a little research on the Isle of Man, and it is like it's completely isolated. Like she rolled up on another lady who was in the Isle of Man.
Yeah,
yes. In town,
Pat.
A rival.
Word travels fast. You know,
Jesus Christ, dude.
You think it's related, Mark? You think?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying these people.
You think that this carpenter got around multiple houses and she had to take care of business?
It could be. I mean, that's definitely
going out like that.
It's definitely a possibility. Or it could have been Jessica's new boyfriend this other girl was screwing around with. Because Radcliffe, by the way, kicked and beat the woman's face, then drug her up her own staircase by her hair, causing facial burns on her face and forehead, amongst several other injuries. So they really put the beat down on this woman. Ironically, Radcliffe was not only charged with assault. With actual bodily harm. That was because there was actual bodily harm. But she also got a charge for ignoring COVID lockdown procedures, just like her Beau did, received only 4 months ago. So maybe they are meant for each other. Maybe they are meant for each other. They both got the lockdown charges. Who knows? Maybe they'll get back together. Word is Radcliffe dumped McLaughlan when he failed to get Isle of Man residency status. And as you can probably tell, these two psychos can't do long distance. They need intense physical contact at all times.
She's got it. She can't go more than a few days.
She's getting her hands on her rivals. She needs to be hugged and
that's a passionate woman.
Pampered and yeah.
Yeah, if your woman starts describing her rivals, it's time to go.
Yeah, that's the woman that we did on the Florida Man story that ran down her rival with a car, but she hit the grandma and the kid. Yeah.
How do you handle beef with your rivals?
That's what we said.
If
you hear someone saying, "I'm going to meet my rival somewhere," you know that's the last time you'll ever see them.
No, settle the score.
Settle the score. I'm going to settle a score with my rival.
With my rival,
Roger Federer. Like, you have rivals?
It's deuce. Me and my rival are at a deuce right now. It's tied. Anyways, tough luck for them. Maybe they'll get it together, but I think that the two of them are just going to ruin other people's relationships when they get with those other people. And fellas, At least they probably look good. And the sport of business means demanding excellence from your craft and wardrobe. Your fits need to be versatile, blending timeless style and comfort so that you look as good as you feel. And for that, there's Cuts Clothing. Cuts shirts, polos, hoodies, and crew sweatshirts are made for the man who works hard, plays hard, and never settles for less, all in the sport of business. Built for performance in the the boardroom, the bar,
rooms.
or the gym, any fucking room. Cuts Clothing keeps you sharp wherever the game takes you. In 2016, Cuts founder Steve Borelli set out to create clothes ready for every occasion the modern man faces. He started by reinventing the t-shirt, and guess what? The end result was GQ magazine calling it the only shirt worth wearing. So no, I think he accomplished it.
That's pretty good.
He accomplished it. Consider the new Cuts hoodie, where they develop hyper French terry fabric, a textile that's temperature controlled and ageless. They sent us some hoodies. They're awesome. Cuts is premium with a purpose. Each piece of clothing is designed with custom engineered fabric, expertly graded for the perfect fit. It's not just a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's office leisure apparel for the sport of business. And you can get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/hard-factor. That's cutsclothing.com/hard-factor for 15% off, the only shirt worth wearing.
Yeah, great stuff. Check it out. All right, guys, gonna kick it across the pond for a UK triple.
Keeping it across the pond.
Keeping it across the pond. Yeah, sorry, keeping it across the pond. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on over there.
What's happened? That just to keep updating on the 666 theme here. Seems like a lot of bubble bursting. That's what's going on 666. And then, like I was saying at the top, I mean, it seems like England is in the crosshairs of the beast.
Yeah, there's a few signs of the beast in this one, the last one especially. So first up, an alarming number of students in the UK, college students, I assume, hopefully, are getting new jobs to pay for their living and education costs, and it's probably not what their moms and certainly not their dads had in mind. So you see with all the COVID lockdowns, closing bars and restaurants, hospitality jobs that are normally filled with college kids are no longer available. So what's a girl to do, right? Well, show some skin on OnlyFans.
You know what she's to do.
You know what she's gonna do. She's got to do what she's got to do.
Wait, ask me again.
What's a girl to do? So
show a little skin.
That's right. Show some skin on OnlyFans. That seems to be the answer. So now that hot girl in your Shakespeare 101 class, who you always wanted to see in her knickers, well, might just be bearing it all on OnlyFans, which is, good for you. But it's not just OnlyFans.
She wants to get Shakespeare'd, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Bubba's got a nice picture if he wants to throw it up and get us all horny. But it's not just, there you go. Many are also turning
That is a picture and a half. Look at that. That's a naughty librarian.
She's studying. Many are also turning to full-on porn. So many students, in fact, that there are talks of a prostitution union for these students to join. And in fact, according to the one article, the English Collective of Prostitutes, or the ECP, reports that its helpline has seen a 1/3 increase in 2021 in calls from students who join the porn and OnlyFans movement, as many as 8 new inquiries a day from girls, checking on it.
The ECP exists? What is this?
ECP, English Collective of Prostitutes.
This makes sense. Yeah, go ahead, Pat.
I was saying, getting called a scab for breaking lines of prostitution has to be the worst getting called a scab possible, right? Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, you scab, you're going to go fill in at the factory. It's a different thing to be like, you scab hooker, right? Like, that's bad.
Right. That look, I mean, like, business is business.
It's different to scaby. Yeah.
In that line of work, I think business is business. Like
you're not sore. You're a sore, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're gonna take some time off. It's gonna be filled with some other people doing it some other ways. But this also makes sense to me. The only time in my life where I'd been hanging out with people I know had done porn, for a fact, it was in college.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
Yeah, what's a girl to do, right? And Laura Watson, a spokesman for the ECP, says, quote, "We have seen a significant increase in students going into prostitution as tuition fees have increased." Watson also said with this new influx in girls, the number of harassment cases has also skyrocketed. Quote, "We've been dealing with stalking and harassment cases specifically related to this, where people say clients are persistently getting in touch with them. Some women have had their content stolen and reposted somewhere else."
This is a problem. This is a serious problem. You're getting what you wanted, you pieces of shit, and you're ruining it. Like you wouldn't have seen these women naked, period. And now you're getting to see them naked, and that's not enough for you. You got to stalk them.
Well, but maybe they need to start. What do you think there'll be an online, an OnlyFans pimp service, or not pimp, but security team, Where they just
Can you keep it? Is a big problem across the pond. Remember the woman with the cop, and then they were doing all the women were telling the stories about how they got catcalled and stalked in England.
Hey, if you're making tons of stacks of cheese on the OnlyFans, you might have to pay for some security. Like these psychos are not going to stop, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You got to figure out how to not.
It's the second oldest profession is stalking.
Right, exactly. It's like prostitution, stalking, pimps. Like that was like three.
Hand in hand. It's like a chicken and egg. What came first, the stalker or the prostitute?
Right, exactly. I mean, some of these students are making $10K a month on OnlyFans and paying off their $40,000 student loan debts pretty quickly. So yeah, it's pretty popular over there right now. Moving on to other UK news, the world's biggest rabbit in the world. Here's a picture. That's Darius. He's been stolen from his home in Worcestershire, UK. This fucking rabbit.
With what? Like the thing that moved the Ever Given?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a big rabbit. His name is Darius. He's 51 inches long. He's a continental giant rabbit. He was awarded the largest of its breed by the Guinness folks back in 2010. And his owner, Annette Edwards, who was in that photo, has offered a nearly $1,400 reward for the safe return of the giant rabbit, and wants whomever took him to know that he's too old to breed now, if that's what their plan was, but not too old to feed a family of four for days.
He ain't too old to eat, that's for sure.
Wes, if they haven't killed it and put it in stew, I would look for the biggest house imaginable because that thing's huge. Otherwise, everyone will be able to see that that's the giant rabbit.
Yeah, he's enormous.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's the size of a fucking Labrador.
It's a 100-pound rabbit.
Talk about the mark of the beast. That rabbit. I mean,
did they say what he weighed?
No, I didn't see what he weighed, but he's 51 inches long. It looks like he weighs like a good. Looks like he weighs a good, 50 pounds.
Way more than that. Look at
somebody could be doing some kind of ritualistic stuff with this.
She's holding him like that, so I don't think he's that heavy.
That's
and also she's putting him towards the camera, so it's a little bit of an optical.
That's a 60-pound rabbit.
I don't know.
Well, I brought up to Wes before this that I know about another continental rabbit that's famous on the web. They're more fluffy than they are like weight than anything. So they're really like anywhere between I think 15 and 40 pounds or something like that when they're full grown.
Yeah,
I mean they're big ass fuckers and they move like nothing else. Like they can move like a regular rabbit, just fast and hop around.
Wow,
it's insane. Yeah, you gotta see videos of these guys. They're crazy.
They need to get that thing in the combine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big rabbit. Lots of meat on that thing. And finally, speaking of rabbits, this next couple from the UK must bang like rabbits because they had something very strange happen to them as a result of their constant humping. See, Rebecca Roberts and her husband of Wiltshire, England, were having some trouble getting pregnant. It happens to a lot of folks. So they turned to fertility drugs. And when they finally broke through and got pregnant, it seemed like a miracle, right? In fact, they didn't believe the at-home pregnancy test until they went in for their first ultrasound and heard the heartbeat. And of course, they were joyous. It was finally real, right? But that joy soon turned to horror when at their 12-week ultrasound, the sonographer heard something strange, another fucking heartbeat in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those fertility drugs. Those fertility drugs oftentimes leads to like twins or multiple. Like I think like the what was it, Kate plus 8 or whatever. Yeah. That was fertility drugs, right?
Yeah. So the fertility drugs. Yeah, they cause more eggs to drop. They're supposed to drop it like when you're on the drugs. That like the 2 eggs drop or multiple
like
eggs
UshBucks.
Yeah,
like UshBucks falling all over the place out
there. Exactly. They play the the numbers game. It's like So
but then you end up with like a bunch of like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place sperms getting their prize. You know what I mean? Like that's you don't want that.
No, you don't.
I guarantee that with multiples, you can always identify who had the first place sperm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few kids with real thick glasses in the Kate plus 8.
You think you rank your multiples?
You know,
you think you rank them from first to worst?
Just give them like a football and see who have everyone toss like a baseball, and you can tell you can rank like which kid got the first sperm.
Yeah.
One of the sperms got a participation trophy.
That would be a hilarious move if you were a parent. And you had like a quintuplet set, and then you just did a power rankings, and you left it like on the fridge all the time, and so they're always competing with each other. Just you move them up and down.
Give them a Nerf gun and have them aim at a target. You can tell pretty quickly with no practice who is the.
But this is different, guys. So the sonographer asked the couple if they were where they were expecting twins, to which the man was like check that shit again. And sure enough, there were 2 heartbeats. This couple had actually gotten pregnant again while pregnant with their first baby. So it's something called superfetation. And it's extremely rare thing to happen. Less than 10 cases ever. So the other baby was 3 weeks behind the original baby.
But
so it wasn't like
at the same time, right?
What happened was
right?
that's why the one's smaller in the picture. According to the article, ordinarily hormonal and physical changes during pregnancy prevent another conception from occurring. As the doctor said, quote, instead of stopping ovulation, she released another egg about 3 or 4 weeks after the first one. So when with fertility drugs, it's like at the same time, but this came 4 weeks later, and the egg somehow got fertilized.
That
and
smiling bastard next to her was still just.
Oh yeah, he didn't give her a break.
Yeah,
she's got to pay for that one. Am I right?
Yeah,
like you can't be expected to have to pay for that one.
I don't
know.
What
do you mean?
Well, like
he shouldn't be liable for that second kid.
Yeah, the freak show one. The one.
Oh, he's still fucking humping her with no reckless abandon.
No, that's something easy to clear there. I mean, he can pay for it if he wants to, but he shouldn't have to. That's what I'm saying.
1 in 10 cases.
10
her
ever.
weird genes, man.
Technically, this is like the opposite of 666. You're ending on a miracle, right? This is
true.
like it's a miracle birth.
That's a great way to end it, I think.
Yeah,
we're breaking the curse.
To me, it'd be the devil, but I guess So
the devil had his hand in that.
The devil had his guy.
Maybe that second kid. I hate to speak ill of a baby, but
yeah,
might become a serial killer.
So what happened, Mark? They were born at the same time, but so the younger one, the umbilical cord stopped working, so they had to do an emergency C-section. So they were born a little premature. On September 17th, Noah came first, weighing 4 pounds 10 ounces, and then his younger sister Rosalie weighing 2 pounds 7 ounces. Dude, so they were pretty small.
This is again like cool fucking runnings. Like the normal one, the one that was supposed to be here, right, would have fucking came out normal, but then his like little sister, whatever, had to like drag him down with a faulty umbilical cord, and he had to get out premature. Like you'd be pissed. Like he's never gonna reach his full height potential ever. He's gonna be like really like weirdly thin and bird chested his whole life. He's gonna get sick all the time.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, yeah, it ended dark.
I'm kidding. These are myths. These are wives' tales about preemies. They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine, right?
Just cracking their knuckles.
Well, they both survived, and one's smaller than the other.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
they can be small together.
Yeah, they'll be fine, I guess.
That's episode 666.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for Hard Factor.
I don't have to pay for this one, right? I mean, come on, Doc, back me up here.
Yeah, 1 in 10. You said this is the 10th time ever. Holy shit!
Yeah. She said it was impossible. All right. Anything else we want to keep harping on?
I'm just gonna wait till you start trying to end it, then I was gonna interrupt you.
Yeah. Okay. That's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Thank you for listening. Hey, check out the Fat Boy Summer shirts. Right behind me. Check it out on the store. They're fantastic. Please support the boys. Support our sponsors. That always really helps. Get yourself in some therapy if you're thinking about killing your lawyer. And
if you got through that show, you might need to
talk. Bubba, come back on real quick.
Yeah,
Bubba. Happy Be Nice to Lawyers Day. I just wanted to say.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. I had no idea you guys knew. Oh, that's just so nice. That's just
wanted to make sure that you knew we really appreciate your nearly lawyering expertise.
That'll be $300, Will.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I was gonna say that. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, have a great fucking day.